Hi everyone, I'm Sasha from The Big Bakes, and today I'm gonna make a Portuguese custard tart. Very famous and very delicious, and they also called Pastéis de Nata. So you only need 5 things. First of all, you need ready to roll puff pastry if you want to make things easier. And then you will need sugar, milk, corn flour and eggs, and optional vanilla essence if you have it. And then from equipment, you will need a saucepan, whisk, spatula, you'll need a hob, and you will need extra bowl to separate egg yolks and egg whites. You'll need rolling pin and flour shaker, and of course muffin tins to bake in this. You need to take pastry out of the fridge just before you start making your custard, so it reaches a room temperature when you need to work with it. So we need to switch on the hob on the medium heat, and you can combine your corn flour and sugar, and then mix it with a whisk and set aside. So now we will need 1 egg and 2 egg yolks, and first I will separate my egg whites and egg yolks. You will not need whites for this recipe, so you can put them aside. I will add 1 full egg. So now you can whisk your eggs lightly and combine them with your sugar and corn flour. Now we will gradually add milk. So now when it's all mixed, we will pour it in a saucepan. And now we will put it on a heat, and we will constantly mix it. We don't want to stir very vigorously because we don't want to add much air, but we want to prevent it sticking to the bottom of the saucepan. It starts thickening. So let's look like this, boiling. Don't want to burn anything on the bottom. So yeah, I think we're ready. We can now take it from the heat and add vanilla extract. Now we will pour it back in a glass jar, and we will leave it to cool. We want to cover it with a cling film to prevent skim from forming. And first we will just grease our muffin tins. Now I will dust some flour on top. So with your pastry, you need to unroll the sheet of your pastry, cut it on 2 halves across the long side, and then put 1 half on each other, stick it together, and then roll tightly in a log. And then when you have your log, you need to cut it on 12 equal parts. So you will have then in the end 12 discs like this. And we will now use the board and the rolling pin and some flour to roll these, and then we will place them in our baking tin. And when you have your circle, you need to put it in the baking tin. It should be all inside like this. So now we take our custard. So I'm gonna spoon our custard in our cases. We're ready for the oven, and we're gonna bake it 20 to 25 minutes with a temperature 180 degrees. So here we have our Portuguese custard tarts ready. And when they cool down a little bit in the tin, you can just take them out carefully. Follow our social media for more baking tips and recipes, and don't forget to share your creations with us.